Cristiano Ronaldo's story begins in the island town of Funchal, Madeira, Portugal, where he was born into humble beginnings on February 5, 1985. His early years were spent in a small house in Santo Untitled, a working-class neighborhood in Funchal. His father, José copyright Diniz Aveiro, worked as a municipal gardener, while his mother, Maria Dolores dos Santos Aveiro, took on jobs as a cook and cleaner. This household had its fair share of struggles. As the youngest of four siblings, Ronaldo often observed the sacrifices his family made to make ends meet. He shared a single room with his siblings in a modest house, which had limited resources and lacked many basic amenities. Despite these challenges, Ronaldo's family held strong values, emphasizing hard work, resilience, and a sense of togetherness that would profoundly shape him. Ronaldo's early passion for football became evident as he started kicking a ball around the neighborhood. His godfather, a local who lived nearby, recalls seeing Ronaldo practice daily, often barefoot and using makeshift goals. Football for young Ronaldo was more than a hobby, it was an escape. Growing up in a region with a high poverty rate, he witnessed first-hand limitations and hardships faced by his family and community. Yet, instead of succumbing to these challenges, Ronaldo used them as fuel, developing an iron will and commitment to rise above his circumstances. Ronaldo's father, despite his own battles with alcoholism, was a tremendous influence on him. José copyright Aveiro was deeply involved with the local amateur football club, Antarana, where Ronaldo's love for the game flourished. José copyright would take Ronaldo along to the club, where the young boy watched games, studied players, and learned the basics of the sport. By the age of 8, he had joined Antarana himself, demonstrating a fierce dedication to training that surprised his coaches. His early coaches described him as unusually driven for his age, constantly practicing and displaying a competitive spirit that set him apart from his peers. Even then, Ronaldo was known for pushing himself to excel, never hesitating to work on his skills even if it meant staying late or arriving early. Despite his potential, Ronaldo's journey was far from smooth. He faced the challenges of living in an economically disadvantaged area and was often teased by other children for his accent, which was distinct to Madeira. His regional accent sometimes set him apart from others, making him a target for bullying, yet he remained undeterred, pouring his energy into football. His family recognized his talent and tried to support him however they could. Despite limited financial resources, his mother, in particular, was a steadfast supporter, encouraging him even in moments of difficulty. She saw football as an opportunity for Ronaldo to break the cycle of poverty, something she deeply wished for him. At the age of 12, Ronaldo made a life-altering decision. Recognizing his immense potential, he left Madeira for Lisbon to join the prestigious Sporting CP Academy. The move was both an incredible opportunity and a profound sacrifice, especially for a young boy who had never been away from his family. His parents were supportive but concerned, as sending him to Lisbon placed financial strain on the family, and the separation was emotionally taxing for both sides. Yet Ronaldo embraced the change, motivated by his dream of becoming a professional footballer. Living alone in Lisbon without his family was a challenge, but this period shaped his resilience and mental fortitude. Ronaldo faced difficult training sessions, academic pressures, and homesickness, yet his talent continued to shine through. Coaches in Lisbon were impressed not only by his skill but by his work ethic and drive to improve constantly. His focus and dedication were unmatched, and he quickly established himself as one of Sporting CP's standout young talents. Despite his youth, he maintained a strict regimen, often staying behind to practice shots, dribbling, and speed. Coaches would later describe him as unstoppable, with the drive and commitment that many adult players lacked. Ronaldo's journey from the streets of Madeira to Lisbon set the foundation for his future success. The adversity he faced early in life taught him the value of perseverance, discipline, and self-belief. He had the support of a family that, despite their limited means, instilled in him the belief that he could achieve greatness. His experiences in Madeira gave him a deep appreciation for his roots and motivated him to work tirelessly toward his dreams. marking the start of an extraordinary career that would see him become one of the greatest footballers of all time. When Cristiano Ronaldo's talent began to shine at a young age, he soon outgrew the opportunities available in Madeira. Recognizing his potential, his family and coaches understood that for him to truly develop, he would need to move to Lisbon to join a more competitive football academy. At just 12 years old, this was a monumental decision for Ronaldo and his family. Leaving his home and family in Madeira was not only an emotional challenge but also a significant financial and personal sacrifice for everyone involved. This relocation to Lisbon marked a turning point in his life, setting him on a path toward becoming one of the world's greatest football players. Ronaldo's journey to Sporting CP's academy was rooted in his extraordinary talent and determination. As a child, he was known for his relentless passion and obsession with football, a trait that stood out among coaches and scouts. By the time he was 11, local coaches in Madeira had seen enough to recommend him to Sporting CP, one of Portugal's premier clubs known for producing top talent. His mother, Dolores, was especially supportive, seeing football as an avenue to give her son a better life. However, the decision was not easy. Sending Ronaldo to Lisbon meant not only supporting him financially, despite their limited resources, but also coping with the emotional strain of separation. In Lisbon, Ronaldo faced both excitement and isolation. For a 12-year-old, moving to a bustling city like Lisbon was a drastic shift from the quiet life he knew in Madeira. The capital brought new opportunities, but it also meant navigating a different culture, accent, and social environment. In addition to the homesickness he experienced, he often felt like an outsider due to his strong Madeiran accent and modest background. This initially led to teasing from some of his peers, which only added to the challenges of adjusting to his new life in the academy. Nevertheless, he was undeterred, throwing himself into training with an intensity that surprised even his coaches. At Sporting CP's youth academy, the training was more rigorous and structured than anything Ronaldo had experienced before. He was surrounded by other young players from across Portugal, all vying for a future in professional football. Ronaldo's natural ability stood out quickly, and he gained a reputation for his speed, dribbling, and footwork. What made him exceptional, however, was his unparalleled commitment to improvement. Ronaldo would frequently stay behind after regular training sessions to work on his skills, practicing free kicks, sprints, and dribbling long after other players had left the field. This relentless self-discipline and willingness to go beyond expectations impressed his coaches, who saw in him a rare combination of talent and ambition. Life at the academy also brought academic expectations, which Ronaldo struggled with. Academics were not his strong suit, and he often found himself at odds with the demands of balancing schoolwork and football training. This created frustration, as he knew his passion and future lay on the field rather than in the classroom. Despite this challenge, Ronaldo's focus remained steadfast on his dream of becoming a professional footballer. His family's sacrifices motivated him to persevere, and he became known as a player who would not let obstacles, no matter how difficult, stand in his way. In addition to the rigorous physical demands, Ronaldo faced another layer of challenge, the loneliness that came with being away from his family at such a young age. Without his family's daily support and in a city that felt foreign, he developed a profound sense of independence and self-reliance. This experience of separation and sacrifice helped build his mental resilience, an essential trait that would later define his career. He learned to focus on his goals, tuning out distractions and difficulties to pursue his aspirations with single-minded determination. Ronaldo's commitment did not go unnoticed. Within a few years, he was promoted to Sporting's under-16 team, and his ascent through the club's ranks was swift. His performances were so remarkable that he advanced from the under-16 team to the under-18 team, and eventually to the senior squad, all while still a teenager. His progression was almost unprecedented, and it became clear to everyone at Sporting CP that they had a star in the making. By the age of 16, he was training with the first team, displaying skill, agility, and precision that belied his age. Coaches and players were astounded by his ability to keep up with and often outshine much older, more experienced players. During this time, Ronaldo also began to attract the attention of scouts and managers from Europe's top clubs. His talent was undeniable, and it wasn't long before word of the young Portuguese phenom spread beyond Portugal's borders. By the time he played a memorable game against Manchester United, where he dazzled with his performance, he had caught the eye of legendary manager Sir Alex Ferguson, who was so impressed that he pushed for Manchester United to sign the young Ronaldo immediately. This early journey from Madeira to Lisbon, filled with sacrifice, hard work, and resilience, became the foundation of Ronaldo's career. The challenges he faced, from separation and loneliness to rigorous training and competition, honed his physical and mental strength, preparing him for the intense demands of professional football. Every obstacle he overcame contributed to his growth, turning him from a determined young boy into a disciplined, focused athlete with an unshakable will to succeed. Ronaldo's move to Lisbon was not merely a geographic relocation, it was a personal transformation. His time at Sporting CP instilled in him a level of professionalism and ambition that would become his defining characteristics. He emerged from this experience not just as a promising player, but as a young man prepared to tackle any challenge, ready to make a mark on the global stage. This period marked the beginning of Cristiano Ronaldo's legendary journey, a journey that would soon capture the imagination of football fans around the world.